The greatest mistake your enemies ever made was thinking you were just another ordinary soul. But the universe doesn't make mistakes when it chooses. And now, as they stand in the ruins of their own arrogance, watching you rise, they finally understand this was never a battle they could win. They thought they had you figured out. They laughed, mocked, and dismissed you like you were a passing shadow. But a storm doesn't announce itself before it destroys. A wildfire doesn't ask permission before it burns. And now, the joke isn't just on them, it is them. Their own words have become the chains around their necks, their own doubt the weight pulling them under. Before we go deeper, take a second to like and subscribe. When you engage, you send a signal to the universe and YouTube that this message is meant to reach more of the chosen ones. The more of us awaken, the stronger we become. Let's spread the truth, because the ones who fear it are already shaking. You see, being chosen isn't about luck. It's about endurance. The universe doesn't pick the weak. It doesn't place its power in the hands of those who crumble under pressure. It chooses the ones who can take the hate, the betrayal, the loneliness, and still rise. You were never given an easy path because easy paths are for the ordinary. And you? You were never meant to be ordinary. That's why they hate you. It's not just your success. It's the way you made it through what should have broken you. They counted on your failure. They bet on your silence. They placed their faith in your destruction. But now every breath you take, every step forward, every moment of peace you enjoy is a reminder to them that they were wrong. And nothing haunts them more than being wrong about you. The universe has always been on your side. They weren't just fighting you. They were fighting against a force far greater than they could ever understand. And that's the real tragedy for them. They thought they were up against a person. They never realized they were up against destiny itself. So now they watch in silence, forced to swallow the very words they once threw at you like weapons. They see your victories and pretend it doesn't bother them, but you know the truth. It burns them from the inside. Their smiles are forced, their laughter hollow. They see your name and feel the sting of regret. They hear your success and choke on their own bitterness. They wanted you to break, but all they did was forge something stronger. And here's the real kicker. They'll never admit it. Never. They'll act like they don't care, pretend they never doubted you, rewrite history in their minds to soften the blow. But deep down, in the space where their insecurities scream the loudest, they know. And that knowing, that's what will eat them alive. Because the chosen ones don't chase revenge, they become it. Not through anger, not through retaliation, but by proving every single doubt, every single insult, and every single whisper dead wrong. The most brutal form of justice isn't in fighting back. It's in standing tall, unshaken, while your enemies crumble under the weight of their own miscalculations. So let them watch. Let them burn with envy. Let them drown in the realization that they bet against the wrong one, because the joke's on them now, and the universe, it's still pushing you forward. While they stay stuck in the past, choking on their own disbelief, you'll be out there, living proof that destiny doesn't play fair, it plays to win. And to you, yes, you, the chosen one, this moment isn't random. You were meant to hear this. Whether you've been walking this path alone for years, or you're just now waking up to your power, know this. Your presence here is proof that the universe is aligning things in your favor. If you're ready to keep shaking the ones who doubted you, ready to make them choke on their disbelief, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop the number 77 in the comments to claim your victory in silence. Because trust me, the longer they watch, the more it eats them alive. And now, let's break this down step by step. If you're a true chosen one, you'll feel the pull to stay till the end, because this This is the part where they finally realize the joke's on them. Let's get started. Number 1. The tables have turned, and now the joke's on them. They built their castles on the sand of their own arrogance. Now they're watching the tide wash everything away, brick by brick, while you stand unshaken. They laughed. They mocked. They called you a failure before you even had a chance to rise. They thought their words had weight, that their doubts could shape your reality. But the problem? They were never fighting you. They were fighting something far bigger, the force of the universe itself, aligning behind one of its chosen. And now, as they watch you rise from the very ashes they tried to bury you in, the realization is setting in. They weren't the architects of your downfall. They were the fuel for your uprising. That's the thing about being chosen. It's never about luck, never about privilege. It's about alignment. The universe doesn't make mistakes when it picks its warriors. It doesn't hand out this kind of resilience to just anyone. You were always meant to endure the storm, to take every hit, to stand in the fire without burning. What they never understood is that every attempt to break you was just another step in your evolution. They thought they were playing a game, but they never realized you were the game. And now, look at them. The very people who spoke with so much certainty, the ones who paraded their doubt like it was fact, silent, their laughter gone, their confidence shattered, because nothing is more humiliating than realizing the joke was on them the whole time. That every insult, every attempt to discredit you only made the universe double down on its investment in you. You see, they weren't just wrong about you. They were wrong about the system itself. The universe doesn't reward those who sit on the sidelines, sneering at others. It doesn't bless those who try to tear down instead of build up. The universe favors those who move with purpose, those who keep pushing, even when the world tells them to stop. And that's why they hate you now, because you proved without a doubt that their words had no power here. They don't just envy your success. They fear it. Because if you could rise despite them, then it means they were never as important as they thought. Their entire sense of power came from the illusion that their opinions mattered, that their judgment could dictate reality. But now they see the truth. The universe had your back the entire time, and they were nothing more than background noise. And the best part? You didn't even have to lift a finger to destroy them. Their own disbelief did that for you. You didn't fight them. You outgrew them. You became undeniable. And in doing so, you forced them to confront the one thing they fear most, the fact that they were never in control. Now they sit with that realization, choking on the very words they once threw at you. Every success you achieve is another nail in the coffin of their delusion. Every step forward is another reminder that they bet against the wrong one. And that is the most poetic justice of all. The tables have turned, and now they are the ones drowning in silence. Number 2. When the truth hits, their pride becomes their prison. They laughed when you struggled, mocked your efforts, swore you'd never make it. But now, as they watch you rise, their pride is the only thing stopping them from admitting the truth. You proved them wrong, and they can't stand it. They used to be the loudest voices in the room, always had something to say, always so confident in their judgments. They threw their doubts at you like weapons, convinced they were carving your downfall. But here's the thing. They weren't shaping your failure. They were sharpening your edge. Every insult, every dismissal, every eye roll fueled the fire that now burns behind your success. And now they sit with the weight of their own miscalculation. They want to speak, but their own pride has locked them in a cage, because to acknowledge you means admitting they were wrong. And people like them, they don't do that. They'd rather bite their tongues raw than give you the satisfaction of recognition. But you see it, you feel it. in the way they avoid eye contact, in the way they fidget when your name is brought up, in the way they pretend they never doubted you at all. It's almost funny. The same people who had so much to say before are suddenly struggling to find the right words. Because what can they say? That they were wrong, that they underestimated you, that they wasted their energy trying to tear down someone who was always destined to rise. No. That truth would be too painful for them to face, so they sit in their own discomfort, forced to watch you thrive, knowing that no matter how much they wish they could rewrite the past, the facts remain unchanged. You were never the fool in this story. They were, thinking they had the power to define your future, believing their words had any real effect on the universe's plan for you. They thought they were the ones in control, but now they see the truth. They never had control. They were nothing more than obstacles meant to test your endurance. And you didn't just survive, you conquered. Now they live with the aftermath of their own arrogance, trapped in a reality where the person they tried to destroy is thriving beyond their worst nightmares. And no matter how much they try to ignore it, they know, the moment they doubted you, they sealed their own fate. Number 3. The universe chose you, and there's nothing they can do about it. They tried to fight you, sabotage you, doubt you, but they were never just fighting you. They were going against something far greater. And now as you rise, they're realizing the brutal truth. You were chosen, and their resistance was always futile. Some people like to believe they control everything, that their opinions dictate reality, that their judgment holds weight, that if they dismiss someone enough times, that person will simply fade away. They thought that about you. They were so sure their doubt would define you, that their rejection would break you. But what they never understood is this: you weren't moving alone. The universe had its hands on you from the very start. Every setback, every delay, every hardship. It wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you. And while they were busy laughing, mocking, underestimating you, the universe was aligning every piece, every move, every force in your favor. Now, look at them. Still trying to figure out how you made it. Still stuck in the same place, watching you ascend while their feet remain shackled to the ground. Still hoping, praying, that somehow, someway, your success is temporary, because the thought of you being truly unstoppable, that shakes them to their core. But here's what they refuse to accept. This isn't something they can stop. This isn't luck. This isn't a phase. This isn't a fluke. You were chosen. The path was never theirs to block. The outcome was never in their hands. You felt it, didn't you? That pull, that whisper, that undeniable knowing that no matter how hard things got, no matter how many doors slammed in your face, no matter how much they tried to bury you, this was always meant for you. They tried to control a destiny that was never theirs to dictate. They wasted energy fighting against something far bigger than their small minds could comprehend. And now, as you rise, the weight of their failure crushes them. Because they see it now. They see that all their efforts to stop you were nothing more than wasted time. They see that every insult, every rejection, every attempt to make you doubt yourself was actually pushing you closer to your breakthrough. They see that while they spent their days talking, you spent yours building. And now, they're powerless. The universe has already made its decision. You are rising, whether they like it or not, whether they accept it or not, whether they pretend not to see it or not. It no longer matters, because the moment they doubted you, the moment they tried to stand in the way of something greater than themselves, they sealed their own fate. They will remain stuck in their own limitations, in their own mediocrity, in their own bitterness, while you continue moving forward. Because the universe didn't choose them, it chose you, and there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. Number 4. Your rise is the nightmare they can't wake up from. They thought staying the same was safe, that playing it small, blending in, and sticking to the script would keep them ahead. But now, as they watch you transform into something unstoppable, they realize the truth. Your growth exposed their stagnation, and they hate you for it. They used to look down on you, smirked at your ambition, called you unrealistic, mocked your hunger for more. You were the dreamer, the one who didn't know how the world worked. They told themselves they were the smart ones, the logical ones, the ones who played it safe. But now, as they watch you move in a lane they never even considered possible, reality is hitting them like a freight train. Because here's what they never expected. You actually did it. You took the risks they were too afraid to take. You endured the struggle they ran from. You bet on yourself while they stayed stuck in their comfort zones, convincing themselves that their mediocrity was wisdom. And now they're watching you win while they rot in the very same place they laughed from. That's the part they can't stomach. The fact that it was never about luck. It was never about privilege, never about having an unfair advantage. It was about decisions, choices. And while you chose to evolve, they chose to stay the same. Now your success isn't just proof of your power. It's a mirror reflecting everything they refused to do. And they hate that mirror. They can't stand the reminder that they had the same 24 hours, the same opportunities to break free, the same ability to chase something bigger, but they didn't. Instead, they sat back and criticized, convinced that their judgment somehow held weight. They wanted you to fail because it would justify their own inaction. They needed you to stay small so they wouldn't have to face the fact that they never even tried. But here's the brutal truth. You don't owe them comfort. Your success is not an apology for their failure. Your growth is not a crime. And if your evolution makes them uncomfortable, that's their burden to carry, not yours. Because while they sit there, trapped in their own bitterness, replaying every moment they doubted you, you are still moving forward. Their resentment won't slow you down. Their envy won't pull you back. They are prisoners of their own fear, and you are proof that fear was never real to begin with. So let them watch. Let them struggle with the weight of their own choices. Let them drown in the realization that their worst nightmare isn't just your success. It's knowing that they could have had their own if only they had been brave enough to try. Number 5. They wrote your ending too soon. Now they're choking on the plot twist. They thought they had your story mapped out, thought they knew exactly where you'd fail, exactly when you'd give up. But they forgot one thing. You were never following their script to begin with. They sat back, so sure of themselves, so convinced that they had you figured out, like you were just another predictable chapter in their little book of assumptions. They placed bets on your downfall, whispered about how long before you'd crash, smirked at the idea that you'd ever make it out of the role they assigned to you. But here's what they didn't see coming. You were never their character. You were never playing by their rules. They mistook their limited mindset for truth, their own fears for reality. And now they're watching a story unfold that they never saw coming. You didn't just break free from their expectations, you burned the entire script. You took the version of you they mocked, underestimated, and dismissed, and you turned it into something they can't ignore. And that shakes them to their core. Because if you could rewrite your story, if you could refuse to accept their version of who you were supposed to be, then that means they were wrong. Not just about you, but about themselves. It means all the excuses they've told themselves, all the reasons they've stayed stuck, all the lies they believed about what's possible, were just that, lies. And nothing terrifies them more than knowing that. They can't comprehend how you slipped through the cracks, how you dodged the failure they just knew was waiting for you. In their minds, you were supposed to crumble under the weight of their doubt. You were supposed to break when they threw obstacles your way. You were supposed to be just another example of, "See, I told you so." But now, every move you make, every victory you claim, every step further you go, is a slap in the face to the story they tried to write for you. They don't know how to process it, how to make sense of the fact that someone they once looked down on, pitied or dismissed, is now the one they can't stop watching. Their entire narrative has been shattered, and in its place is the undeniable proof that they never had control over your destiny to begin with. And that realization, it's eating them alive, because if you weren't bound by their rules, then maybe they aren't either. Maybe the limits they placed on you were just the same chains they've shackled themselves with. Maybe, just maybe, they were never as powerful as they thought. But admitting that, they never will. So instead, they sit in the ruins of their failed predictions, pretending it doesn't bother them, pretending they don't see you, pretending they never doubted you in the first place. But you know, you see it, in the way they avoid mentioning your success, in the way their voices have suddenly lost all that confidence they once had when they spoke about your inevitable failure. And the best part, you don't even have to say a word. The proof is in your existence, in your evolution, in the undeniable, unstoppable, unforgiving reality that they never had the authority to dictate your future. They tried to write your ending, but this is your book, and you're just getting started. Number 6. Their hate is the trophy you didn't have to lift a finger to win. They wanted you to lose, not because you did anything to them, but because your success reminds them of everything they'll never be. Their disdain isn't just proof that you won, it's proof that you mastered the game while they were still figuring out the rules. From the beginning, they counted you out, laughed at your ambition, whispered behind your back, convinced that your hunger for more was just a delusion. They sat back, watching, waiting for you to crash, for you to prove them right. But here's what they never saw coming. You didn't just survive, you dominated, and now they despise you for it. Not because you wronged them, not because you hurt them, but because every step forward you take reminds them of the chains they placed on themselves. They thought they were the gatekeepers of success, that they could dictate who gets to win and who doesn't. But you flipped the script. You walked into the game they thought you weren't fit to play, and not only did you play, you mastered it. That's why they can't stand you now, because you weren't supposed to be the one on top. They had already decided where you belonged, and it wasn't here. It wasn't in a place of power, of victory, of undeniable success. You weren't supposed to break through the limits they set for you, and yet here you are. And the worst part for them, they can't ignore it. No matter how much they pretend not to see your wins, no matter how much they try to downplay your success, no matter how much they roll their eyes when your name comes up, they know you made it. They know you surpassed them, and they know deep down that they will never catch up. Because while they wasted time doubting, you were learning. While they sat still, you were moving. While they talked, you worked. You played the long game, and now that you're at the top, their only option is to sit in their bitterness and watch. Let them talk, let them seethe, let them throw every ounce of hate they have in your direction. It changes nothing. In fact, it only confirms what you already knew. You won. Because at the end of the day, hate is nothing more than admiration that's been poisoned by insecurity. They hate what they can't be. And you are the proof that they bet against the wrong one. So wear their disdain like a crown. Let their resentment fuel your fire. And never, never lower yourself to meet them where they stand. Because the truth is simple. While they are trapped in their own envy, you are still out there, winning. Number 7. The real joke? the time they wasted betting against you. They thought doubting you was an investment, that if they mocked you enough, discouraged you enough, tried to hold you back enough, you'd eventually break. But the only thing that broke was their illusion of control over you. Now, as they watch you surpass every limit they placed on you, the only thing they have left is the regret of wasted time. They really thought they had it all figured out, didn't they? Spent so much energy underestimating you, tearing you down, convincing themselves that you would never rise. They were so busy placing their bets against you that they never realized something crucial. You were never playing their game to begin with. While they were running their mouths, you were running towards something greater. While they were busy doubting you, you were busy evolving. And now, as they look at where you are versus where they are, the truth is staring them dead in the face. The real joke was never on you. It was on them. Because time is the one thing you can't get back. And they wasted theirs. Wasted it obsessing over you, watching your every move, talking about you instead of working on themselves. They wasted it thinking their words could shape your reality, that their opinions meant something, that their disbelief was enough to stop what the universe had already put into motion. But the universe? It doesn't work like that. The universe backs its chosen ones, and every moment they spent trying to block your path was just another moment they fell further behind. They were so busy watching you, they forgot to move forward themselves. And now, while you're miles ahead, they're stuck, trapped in the same place, haunted by the same insecurities, choking on the same doubt they once tried to feed you. And that's the part they'll never say out loud, the part that keeps them up at night, the part that eats them alive. They could have used that time to grow. They could have worked on themselves. They could have bet on their own lives. But instead, they wasted it trying to stop something that was never in their control. And now, you're gone. Out of their reach, out of their league, out of the world they tried to keep you trapped in. That's why they're bitter. That's why they're scrambling to rewrite the past, pretending they never doubted you, acting like they always believed in you. Because admitting the truth, that they wasted years betting against someone they could never stop, that's a humiliation they can't bear to face. And here's the best part, there's no way to undo it. They can't rewind time. They can't take back their words. They can't suddenly flip the script and pretend they were always in your corner. It's too late. The damage is done, and the only thing left for them to do is sit in the mess they created. Meanwhile, you're thriving, you're moving forward. You've proven, once and for all, that the only person who had a say in your success was you. And now, as they stand there, watching you from a distance, drowning in the weight of their own wasted time, one thing becomes painfully clear. The joke isn't just on them. The joke is them. Number 8. Their regret is the loudest applause you'll never hear. They'll never say it out loud, never admit they were wrong about you. But their regret, their bitterness, their inability to look you in the eye, that's the loudest round of applause you'll never hear. They once spoke with so much certainty, told you that you were wasting your time, that you were reaching too high, dreaming too big, wanting too much. They dismissed your ambition as foolish, laughed at your struggles, and convinced themselves that your failure was inevitable. But now the very people who ridiculed you are choking on their own predictions, watching in silence as you become everything they swore you never would. And that silence, that's not indifference, it's pain. Because deep down, they know they doubted the wrong one. They watch you from the shadows now, scrolling through your victories, dissecting your success, wondering how you managed to pull it off. They don't clap, they don't acknowledge it, they don't reach out. because to do so would mean confronting the reality they tried so hard to avoid. And the worst part for them, they had a chance to bet on you instead of against you, a chance to support instead of mock, a chance to grow alongside you instead of watching from a distance. But they chose wrong, and now their own choices haunt them. Regret is a heavy burden, and it's one they carry alone. Every success you achieve reminds them of their own failure, not just in underestimating you, but in underestimating themselves. Because while they wasted their time tearing you down, you were busy building. And now that the foundation is solid, now that you've risen beyond their reach, they're left with nothing but what-ifs and missed opportunities. But here's the truth. They don't deserve a front-row seat to your success. Not after betting against you, not after treating your ambition like a joke. They wanted you to fail so they could feel better about staying stagnant. They wanted your struggles to validate their own fear of trying. And now they sit with the realization that they lost. They lost the chance to stand beside you, lost the chance to be part of something greater, lost the chance to prove that they weren't just another voice in the crowd of doubters. And while they'll never say it, never type it, never let the words leave their lips, their regret says everything. It's in the way they check your progress, but never engage. In the way they hear your name and their face tightens. In the way they pretend they don't care when, deep down, they know they do. And that's the most satisfying victory of all. Because you don't need their words. You don't need their validation. Their regret is the only recognition you'll ever need. And the best part? You don't even need to hear it to know it's there. Number 9. Your success is the mirror they can't escape. Nothing is more painful than being forced to confront the truth, especially when that truth is wrapped in someone else's success. They don't hate what you've done. They hate what it reminds them of. The fact that they could have done it too, but they didn't. They used to have so much to say, so many opinions, so much confidence in telling you what would and wouldn't work. They swore you were wasting your time. They swore you were chasing something impossible. And now they sit in the same place they always have, forced to watch you prove them wrong in real time. But here's the brutal truth. It was never really about you. It was never about your dreams, your ambition, or even your success. The reason they hate to see you win is because your victory is a direct reflection of their failure. You are the proof that it was possible, that it could have been done, that every excuse they ever made was a lie they told themselves to justify their own stagnation. And that truth is unbearable for them. Because now when they look at you, they don't just see your success. They see every risk they were too afraid to take, every opportunity they let slip by, every moment they chose comfort over growth. Your success isn't just a win, it's a mirror that forces them to see what they could have been if they had only had the courage to move like you did. And that's why they can't stand you now, because deep down, they know. They know they played it small. They know they wasted time. They know they talked big but never backed it up with action. And seeing you rise, it reminds them of their own mediocrity in a way they can't ignore. That's why they don't clap for you, why they downplay your success, why they scramble to find reasons why you had it easier, why you were lucky, why you had some kind of advantage. Because admitting that you earned it, that you created this reality through sheer will, would mean admitting that they had the same chance, but they chose not to take it. And now they're trapped in a reality they built for themselves, a reality where they can't escape the fact that they wasted years running in circles while you broke free. A reality where their worst nightmare isn't just your success. It's the realization that they were never victims of circumstance. They were victims of their own fear. But here's the part they'll never say out loud. They wish they were you. They wish they had the discipline, the vision, the drive to push through the doubt like you did. They won't admit it, but every time they see your name, every time they hear about your success, it burns. Not because they truly hate you, but because you remind them of everything they could have been. And that will haunt them for life. Number 10. You weren't just right, you were inevitable. They wanted you to doubt yourself, to break under the weight of their judgment, to believe even for a second that they knew you better than you knew yourself. But the truth? The truth is worse than they ever imagined. You never needed their approval to win. This was never about them, not really. They were just background noise, shadows cast by their own insecurity, placeholders in a story that was always destined to be yours. While they wasted their breath trying to convince you that you weren't enough, you were already moving, already working, already building the future they swore you'd never have. And now, the reality they refuse to accept is staring them right in the face. You didn't just prove them wrong, you proved yourself right. Every late night, every sacrifice, every moment of doubt you pushed through was never for them. It was for you, for the part of you that always knew deep down that you were built for something greater. Because the truth is, you were never seeking their validation. You never needed their applause, their approval, their permission to rise. But they needed you to need it. They needed you to chase their acceptance because that was the only power they ever had over you. And now that you've broken free, they have nothing. No control, no influence, just the bitter taste of their own underestimation. They tried to convince you that you were wrong about yourself, that your dreams were too big, your ambition too reckless, your belief in yourself nothing more than foolish arrogance. But what they never realized is that people like you don't wait for permission. You don't shrink to fit inside their narrow vision. You never needed them to believe in you. You believed in yourself, and that was always enough. And that's what haunts them now. Not just your success, but the realization that they never had any real power to stop you, that their opinions, their mockery, their doubts were completely irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. You rose without their approval, you succeeded without their permission, and worst of all, you never looked back. Because while they were busy trying to control your perception of yourself, you were proving over and over again that you already knew who you were. You weren't looking for validation, you were looking for results. And now, as they sit there, drowning in the wreckage of their own misplaced confidence, they finally understand. They weren't just wrong about you. They never even had a clue who you really were. And that is the hardest truth for them to accept. Number 11. The irony is poetic. They built the fire that burned their own illusions. They sharpened their words like knives, convinced they were cutting you down. But all they did was carve the path to your victory. And now, as they stand in the ashes of their own arrogance, they realize their doubt didn't break you. It built you. Fate has a twisted sense of humor, doesn't it? The very people who tried to hold you down, who mocked your dreams, who swore you'd never make it, they were unknowingly shaping their own downfall. They thought they were breaking you, that their laughter, their judgment, their endless doubts would be enough to shatter you. But what they never realized was that every insult, every sneer, every moment of disbelief was nothing more than fuel. They handed you the very fire that forged you into something unstoppable. They were the resistance that made you stronger, the obstacles that forced you to evolve. They were so obsessed with proving you wrong that they never stopped to think, what if they were wrong? What if instead of breaking you, they were actually building you? And now, as they watch you rise, that realization is hitting them like a brick wall. Because the truth is undeniable. You didn't just survive their doubt. You thrived because of it. You turned their negativity into momentum, their dismissal into determination. They were so busy trying to drag you down that they never noticed the wings you were growing right in front of them. And now, as they sit in the same place, stuck in their same old ways, they have no choice but to accept the brutal reality. They played themselves. The irony is almost too perfect. The ones who swore you'd fail are now being forced to witness your success. The ones who tried to write you off are now watching your story unfold in ways they never saw coming. And the best part? They know they had a hand in it. That's what keeps them up at night. That's what haunts them. Because now they realize that every ounce of energy they put into doubting you only made you stronger. Every time they threw dirt on your name, they were unknowingly planting the seeds of their own humiliation. And now those seeds have grown into something undeniable. You are the living proof that their words held no weight, that their doubts had no power, that the universe was never on their side to begin with. And that's the twist they never saw coming. The very thing they thought would destroy you made you. And now they have to live with it. They have to sit with the knowledge that they played themselves. That while they wasted their energy trying to hold you back, you were using it to push forward. That while they stayed stuck in their own bitterness, you were building something they could never touch. And that is the most poetic justice of all. So let them wrestle with their own irony. Let them choke on the realization that they were never the main character in this story. Let them watch, let them regret, let them sit in the mess they made for themselves. Because the tables have turned, and now the joke is on them. Number 12. You weren't supposed to win, and that's exactly why you did. They built walls around you, thinking they could define your limits. They spoke your name with doubt, convinced that you would never escape the small box they placed you in. But now they watch, powerless, as you tear through every illusion they created, because you were never theirs to control. They wanted you to believe in their version of you, the one who would never go too far, never surpass them, never break the invisible barriers they set. Their expectations weren't meant to guide you. They were meant to trap you. They weren't giving advice. They were casting chains. But the problem? You were never meant to stay caged. You saw through it. Maybe not at first. Maybe you spent years believing their limits were real, that their words had power, that their vision of you was somehow accurate. But then something shifted. Maybe it was the way they reacted the moment you started thinking bigger, the way they dismissed your dreams as too much, the way they tried to shrink you the second they felt your energy rising above theirs. That's when you knew. That's when you realized their expectations were never your reality. They were just reflections of their own fear. They weren't predicting your failure. They were projecting their own. And the moment you understood that, you became unstoppable. And now, look where you are, out of reach, out of their control. They spent so much time underestimating you, assuming you would stay where they left you, that they never even considered what would happen when you outgrew them. And that's the part they're struggling with now, because your success isn't just about you. It's a direct challenge to everything they believed. Your rise is undeniable proof that their limits were illusions, that their so-called wisdom was nothing but fear in disguise, that every time they said, "Be realistic," what they really meant was, "Don't prove me wrong." But you did. And now they're scrambling. Some will pretend they always supported you, rewriting history to make themselves look like believers. Others will cling to resentment, bitter that you didn't stay small like they expected. But none of them can change the truth. You escaped. And nothing terrifies them more than seeing someone they tried to control break free. Because your success is a reminder, a warning, a crack in the illusion they built their lives around. If you could do it, then what's stopping them? If you could rise, then why did they settle? They don't have answers, only regret. And that regret, it haunts them. But that's not your problem. You are not responsible for their disbelief. You are not obligated to make them comfortable. You owe them nothing. They tried to limit you, and now they have to live with the reality that you are limitless. So keep going, keep evolving, keep being everything they said you couldn't be. Because your greatest revenge isn't proving them wrong, it's proving that they never had the power to define you in the first place. Number 13. Your success is a spotlight that exposes their mediocrity. They never thought you'd make it. They never thought you'd outgrow them, outshine them, or leave them behind. But now, as they sit in the same place, with the same mindset, living the same life, they're forced to ask themselves a question they never wanted to face. Why didn't I do more? See, when you were struggling, when you were still finding your way, they had the upper hand. They had control. They felt superior. It was easy to look at you and feel like they were ahead. Easy to laugh at your ambition and tell themselves they had it all figured out. But now, you've shattered that illusion. Your growth is a threat, not because it took anything from them, but because it exposed everything they never became. And that burns more than any insult ever could. Because your success isn't just a personal victory, it's a direct challenge to their existence. It forces them to confront every excuse, every moment they chose comfort over progress, every opportunity they ignored because it required too much effort. You didn't just win. You proved that their limitations were never real, that they were never victims of circumstance. They were victims of their own choices, and that's why they can't stand you now. It's why they can't look you in the eyes, why they pretend your success doesn't exist, why they downplay every achievement you've earned. Because if they acknowledge you, they have to acknowledge their own failures, and that's something their ego won't allow. So instead they rewrite the story. They say you got lucky. They say you had help. They tell themselves it was easier for you than it would have been for them. Anything to avoid the truth. You just wanted it more. You put in the work they refused to. You sacrificed while they played it safe. You faced rejection while they avoided risks. And now they're staring at the brutal consequences of their own mediocrity while you continue to climb. But the real tragedy, they could have come with you. If they had spent less time doubting and more time doing, they wouldn't be stuck in this loop of resentment. If they had believed in themselves even half as much as they doubted you, they wouldn't be watching you from the sidelines, suffocating under the weight of their own regret. Because that's what this is now. Regret. It's not just jealousy anymore. It's not just bitterness. It's the crushing realization that they could have had more, but they chose less. And now they have to sit with that. But you don't. You don't carry their regrets. You don't shrink yourself to make them comfortable. You don't apologize for proving them wrong. Because your success, it was never about them. It was never about proving a point. It was about becoming everything you were meant to be. And if your triumph forces them to question their own mediocrity, so be it. That's a battle they have to fight on their own. Number 14. Now they rot in the cage they built for you. They thought they had you figured out, thought they had you boxed in, trapped, defined by their shallow expectations. But while you shattered every limit they placed on you, they were too blind to see. The only ones truly trapped were them. They used to speak with so much certainty, told themselves they knew exactly who you were, exactly how far you would go. They built a version of you in their minds, one they could control, one that fit neatly into their world of limitations. And when you started pushing beyond that, when you refused to stay small, refused to accept their version of reality, They dismissed it, ignored it, convinced themselves it was a fluke. But now they're realizing something terrifying. You were never the one who was stuck. They were. They built a cage, but they built it for themselves. They created a world where they were superior, where their opinions mattered, where their judgments defined reality. But reality doesn't care about their small-minded perceptions. Reality rewards movement, growth, power. And while you broke free, they stayed right where they were, locked inside the limits of their own making. And now they sit in the wreckage of their own arrogance, watching you move through a world they can't even begin to understand, watching you rise higher than they ever imagined, achieving things they once mocked. They don't laugh anymore, they don't talk as much, because deep down they know they played themselves. This was never about you proving them wrong. It was about them proving themselves wrong. Because while they wasted time building walls, you were building an empire. While they were busy underestimating you, you were putting in the work. And now, every move you make, every win you collect, is another crack in the illusion they once believed in. But here's the part that really eats them alive. They can't follow you. They can't just suddenly switch up, admit they were wrong, and evolve with you. Their pride won't let them. They've spent too much time looking down on you, too much energy convincing themselves they were ahead. To admit the truth now, to acknowledge that you weren't the fool in this story, that would mean facing their own failure, their own wasted potential, and people like them, they'd rather rot than grow. So that's exactly what they do. They sit in the same conversations, telling the same tired stories, living in the same illusions that used to comfort them. But now, those illusions are cracking, because every time they hear your name, every time they see your success, they are reminded they lost the game before they even realized they were playing it. And you don't even have to look back, because the truth is, you never needed their approval, their validation, their belief. The only person who ever needed to believe in you was you. And that's exactly why you're free, while they remain prisoners of their own small minds. And that's the truth. They never had control over your destiny. The universe was always working in your favor, aligning everything to push you forward while they remained stuck in their own limitations. Their doubt was never a roadblock. It was fuel. And now, as they watch you rise beyond their wildest nightmares, they realize too late. They were never the ones in power. If you feel this message, claim it. Like, subscribe, and drop number 77 in the comments to confirm you're stepping fully into your path. Share this with another chosen one, because the more we rise, the more unstoppable we become.